Now you may be asking yourself, why should you play Overwatch's latest hero? Well...
Moon shoes, kid-powered anti-gravity shoes, moon shoes, jumping up and down like a kangaroo, moon shoes, jump straight to the moon with shoes, they defy gravity, kid-powered fun is a certainty, moon shoes, the anti-gravity...
Hello everyone, welcome warmly to Maximum Baptiste Baptiste. It's Baptiste! Baptiste! Thank you! Myself yelling from a distance away for comedic effect. This, then, is where we will learn every single little detail about this character, leaving no stone uncovered, no ridiculous interaction unexplored, with plenty of pure fun along the way. Starting then with his offensive capabilities, as we like to do, he is wielding a burst fire rifle that does a absolutely bollocking amount of damage. Now, the character seems very strong. Look, I'll admit, it's been 3 months, alright? Hi, how you doing? But I'm pretty sure this is not the power standard that Overwatch has reached. 50 damage to the head per shot. That means, in one single little burst, he can obliterate a Tracer. No! A Roadhog falls in just over 2 seconds. 266 DPS. There is 1,125 damage in every reload across the 45 bullets, and up to 3 Tracer blinks away, it does the full damage. It's very effective, like there's no two ways about it. Honestly, I think it's time for Soldier to retire a second time. So, his distance drop-off is quite severe, admittedly. Once you get past 3 Tracer blinks, it starts to become kind of comical, taking an absolute age before you drop anything. But then again, you're not really supposed to be engaging at this distance, so really, it's kind of a non-issue. His right click then is his bread and butter as a support and filled with healing canisters to the brim, and they are quite decent. Each one is a Tracer blink wide in impact and heals everyone affected for 60, and he fires 1 a second. Now, this one is complicated, but that means he has 60 health per second on one target. Which means, across his 5 allies, he is pumping out 300 health per second, and he can keep doing that for a solid 10 seconds before a quick second reload. It's really quite a lot of output, especially as the canisters fly much further and faster than, for example, Anna's. Oh, and in case you're wondering exactly how fast that is, it's 45 meters per second, taking 1/3 of a second to go white line to white line, and it does fly exactly the same arc and speed as throwing out his immortality shield robot drone thing buddy pal. It is quick, efficient AoE healing, and it's just bloody potent. It cannot affect himself, so you can't walk around just destroying the floor with lovely yellow juice, otherwise you would be a little bit too unkillable, but it really is very good at what it does, and of course it does respect line of sight, as you might imagine. The visual is also very accurate to the area it does affect. Seriously though, Baptiste can save you from anywhere.
Nani?
I need healing.
Understood.
Mana mana.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
How will that story develop? Who knows? To shift gears then to his shift, his is, it's functional. It's not flashy or particularly fun, but, you know, it gets the job done. 150 health, over 5 seconds, 30 HPS, in a just under 2 Tracer blink circular dome pulse all around him that follows line of sight, and there's no fall off or anything like that. It's just an instant, boom, hot on you, and you're done. That's it. That's the entire move. There's nothing special or fun or that's it. That is it. But I think it's time for part 2.
No dying on my watch. You want a bandage for that?
Arigato.
This is the one. The move you've all been waiting for. I actually was surprised this is not an ultimate. It's ridiculously strong. You throw a drone out, it can be hacked. It has 250 health and can be destroyed in any given way you could destroy a 250 health non-hero, but what it does is prevent anyone within it from being reduced below 20% health for 10 seconds. Yeah, you can destroy the drone, but that is such a vital beat of the heart breathing room for your team. Also, if you are under that 20% when it goes down, it does immediately put you back up to it, and you stay there once it ends. And interestingly enough, once it is destroyed, even if it was destroyed while hacked, it still gives everyone half a second of grace period to still be affected, sans the drone. That is very much good to take advantage of. Now, it does respect line of sight, so you have to be able to draw a line twixt you and the drone, or you're gonna die as you, well, normally would. Which is a shame, because I feel like some clutch through the wall saves would be fun, but alas, alack is not to be. The cylinder is just under 2 tracer blinks across, and the height is about 3 roadhogs high, or a tracer blink and a bit upwards. The measurement system is strong, okay guys, I don't want to hear anything against it. And the height really does matter, because there are situations... Okay, let's try that again, because there are situations where you... There are situations where you can jump in it to safety while airborne within its enveloping embrace of sheer soft immortality. That, then, is, well, the long or short of it on the technical side, but it is a fun ability. You can launch it everywhere with, again, some serious speed, and you're going to see some absolutely amazing moments produced by this field of Sanctuary. It can only bounce up to 2 times, at least in all of our testing. No one could ever get a third bounce, so bear that in mind, but you can use this initial fairly strong bounce to get it round corners and do some really neat little landing locations with it. Also, it can block hooks, so I mean, if you ever find a practical use for that in game, let me know, because I will be very fucking impressed. And it cannot get eaten by things like Diva Field. It essentially will always go off. The question is just where based on your aim.
Come on now, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
So, the jump boosts. These are fantastic. They take a full second to charge up, and you will go about the same distance as Ash's coach gun fired straight down, which is to say, just under a little bit of a Genji dash and a Farah jet, about a tracer blink shorter. But you can charge any given different amount to do all sorts of hopping magic and essentially just get bloody everywhere. The traversal on this guy feels very magical to be a part of. You are just where you always need to be, which is kind of good because this guy is very committed to saving people. I'm not sure, but I think it might be like a core belief of his character or something silly like I don't know. But yeah, hopping around the place is lovely. Though it doesn't make you any faster if spamming the minimal amount, or really the extreme, or anything in between, and you essentially go as fast as normal walking. So it's actually not slow as I thought, but still definitely not quick. Now then, the pièce de résistance. The ultimate. And there was only one thing that anyone logically could think of as soon as they saw how it looked. yeah, it was to do a Jewel of the Face recreation. So, I mean, did you not want to do that? As soon as that can't be just on me. It was so bad, wasn't it? But I refused to get rid of it. Oh, so this then spawns a just under a tracer blink, about 5 meters wide and tall wall, and you can place it, rotate it, much like you can Maze Ice Wall. And simply all that it does is every ally thing that goes through it gets doubled, both healing and damage. Now, an easy rule of thumb here is if a diva, I was going to say field, and I also wanted to say matrix, but then I committed to neither and ended up saying if a diva femur. We're not talking about if a diva matrix can eat the thing, then it's a thing that can be doubled by the wall. So stuff like beams and dragons, intangibles, they don't get affected. Though with Hanzo, the initial arrow does get affected, but not the dragon it produces in no which way. But yeah, easy TLDR, if your diva can zap it out of the air, then the square can double its power. So there. But more than that, though, there are a fun few little things that you can be doing with this, and I really hope that you... that them all, like them all, like them all.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, even stuff like Maze Robot, because that does get eaten by diva. I've already said the rule, so I'm just going to stop saying it now. Sadly, I would love it if Bob could get boosted by it, but no, not him either. Though his bullets do if he fires back through the wall, but the main awesomeness here is the fact that it will double stacked damage increased damage. So, for example, you take a Widowmaker with a fully charged headshot, she is boosted to high heavens, and then it doubles. You do 990 damage with the single bullet. Nearly the 1,000 with the single bullet. Nearly one-shotting a Winston in ult. He just needs a little love tap afterwards, and I think that is just bloody brilliant. But the thing is, past that, that's rather it's a very simple in function. Little square, double everything that go through there, and you're essentially done. Though it is a potent ultimate, and one I can see some ridiculous occurrences happening from. Absolutely melting of teams with a perfectly timed and placed one. I think that Bastille is just super strong in all facets. He could lose, for me, his shift, and still be incredible. He could lose, well, the ability to attack, and his utility is still insane. Although, yeah, he can't be able to kill people. But what I'm saying is, he good. And also, he's one of the fucking prettiest heroes, full stop. Enjoy this.
Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking everybody knows
So there you have it, everyone. This guy, I initially was like, but the more I play him, yeah, the more I get into it. I'll see you, next New Hero at the latest, but let me know what you thought, like if you did have a good time, and subscribe for more. Goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.